I got my sweatshirt back, but there's a little bit of a problem. Look at my S on my USC. This part was separating when I didn't want it to. 换拉链, the zipper. Centimeter off, a centimeter off, a centimeter off, a centimeter off. The S is a centimeter off. Whatever. That was 300 NT dollars. Welcome back to Runner's Garden. In my last couple of videos, we went over the characters that would pinyin start with the letter A. So we did A, and another video was about I, as in the word for love, and an, as in 安全, as well as other characters with the same sound but different tone. Today, I think we can go over two sound forms because there's not as many characters. One of them, okay. One of them is ang, and the other is ow. So if you want to go in alphabetical order, check out my series, What a Character.
What a character.
Go back and start at ah. But first, let's do a little exercise. If you want to skip to the characters, just scroll ahead. It's a little too squeaky. I guess they oil that one. Heping Pavilion. Can you hear that bamboo? Bending right over my head. It's starting to rain. Next month, which is coming up pretty quickly, we're doing the last of the 7 heroes in GuGuan. So I'm gonna see how my hiking legs are feeling by doing this quick hike here to Sanqinggong. This is kind of our local dirt trail. Speaking of dirt, in this video, a little bit later, you'll learn the character for dirty. We are right in the back of NCUE, National Changhua University of Education. 国立彰化师范大学. And the trailhead, one of them, starts right here. If it gets really bad, maybe I can hide under those broadleaf. So the air quality must be okay. Sorry about the wind. There's Taichung. Can you hear those dogs? I just got turned around by a pack of 6 dogs, like mid-sized dogs, and they just kind of looked at me. They didn't bark at me, and they were pretty far away, like 30 yards. They were right on the trail, so I didn't feel like, trying my luck with them, so I came back the way I came. I just passed a woman who was doing the whole thing barefoot, and I spoke to her in Mandarin. She said that it's healthier, 比较健康, that way. And she complimented my Chinese, the one sentence that I said. Marker. Okay. There's one of the buildings for NCUE, so I'm almost there. Those dogs had kind of a dingo look to them. It was kind of, in the face. Native to Australia, of which you will learn the character for later in this video. I've only ever seen pictures of those. They're not here in Taiwan, as far as I know. The croquet park is open again. Garmin just said I broke the 4-minute mile. I forgot to turn off my watch. The first character today is ang, first tone, and in the dictionary it is noted to be a meaningless bound form. You might think, if it's meaningless, then why are we learning it? Well, it's a bound form, which means it's connected to other characters. Now, when you say something is dirty, you usually say it's 很脏, but if you want to step it up just to be a little bit more formal, you can say 肮脏. On the left side, you'll see 月, which is month or moon. On the right side, we got 抗 or 刚, which is like proud. 肮脏的衣服. So it can be dirty in the literal sense, as well as like dirty deeds. Done dirt cheap. So it can be in the abstract as well. There is also a second tone, ang, And deferring to my wife, who is the expert on these matters, it's not used very often, so I think I really have OCD in wanting to introduce every single character on my 3,000 to 3,400 word list. But anyway, the top of this character has a r, and there's not too many other strokes. So let's just take a look at it. It might appear in, for example, some children's stories. My wife actually remembers one about a goose raising its head. So that's what the meaning is. The meaning is to raise one's head. By the way, if you're thinking of Ang Lee, that's not his name. It's An. That's the character. The easy An that we learned in the last video for safe. Plus, Chinese surnames are put in the front. So his name is actually Li An. Think of learning Chinese as laying a tile floor. You get your tiles in one by one, get your characters in, and then you got your base. And the sky's the limit. Moving right along, the next character set is ow. The first one is the first tone, ow. And this is interesting because it doesn't even look like a character at all. It looks like a Lego block or Lincoln Logs, if you remember those things. It's the character that means indented or pushed in, 凹进去 or 凹下去. The character really looks like, somebody has pressed something down. I should also teach you the opposite, which is 凸出来. It's another interesting character, which kind of fits with the 凹. I was on my walk today trying to find a visual for you of a car that had a dent in it, but I guess people take good care of their cars here and get them fixed right away if they're dented. Dented cars got me sidetracked here. I just wanted to tell you something that's unique to Taiwan is the insurance coverage that we have here for our cars. It's very common to get bumps and scrapes and little dents. Insurance companies kind of expect that. They only allow you to pick one side of your car to be fixed per year. If you have scratches on both sides, you gotta wait a year for one of the sides. Another thing that's kind of different in Taiwan is we got our insurance for our car through the dealership. And because Taiwan is such a gift-giving place, after we paid, they gave us this little tea vessel and this cup in a nice box. Does anybody know what this electric car is? There's really no marking except that Mach E4X. And looks like the Mustang, there's the horse on there, but that's it. I'll check it out, or you can put it in the comments. Looks like a nice car, especially in candy apple red. Wow, and it's parked next to some really nice cars. We don't really have any super common second tone, ow, but we still have a third and a fourth tone, ow, and ow. Ow, third tone ow, is used in a variety of terms for a Chinese style jacket. But if you take the bass, it will change to fourth tone. The difference between the traditional and the simplified ow is the traditional has a line right there. And you have Olympique, the Olympics. If you put a water radical in front, you get one of the characters in Aoman, which is one of the islands close to mainland China that returned to mainland China along with Hong Kong, but at different times. I've been there. Aozhou is the common name for Australia. I haven't been there. My nieces and nephews brought me back a boomerang and a golf ball. This hiking stick right here is covered in genuine kangaroo scrotum. It was a gag gift. But why let it go to waste? If you have a heart radical, you could get the character used in ao now, which means vexed or confused. Where did I put my glasses?
What a character.
The last character is also fourth tone ao, as in jiao ao, or extremely proud, even to the point of being arrogant or selfish. On the left side, you might notice the radical ren, which means person. And then the base form, which could be read as ao or ao. Second tone or fourth tone means to ramble or play about. I think it's less often used, but without the ren radical, it could be a surname. Thanks for watching. The next video will be ba, 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 and ba. I think we will have about 9 characters, and that'll take me about a week. So see you next week. Brenner's Garden signing off.